Hi, this is Tommy Gill from Everstrength.com. I just want to put together a little video for you today about some nutrition basics that have helped me, and hopefully I could put forth a little bit of information for you, and hopefully it will help you. Let's talk about the word diet. That word diet usually has some negative connotations to it, so we want to make sure that the way we approach a diet is something that we can integrate into our life and something that we enjoy, nothing that's negative, nothing that has a specific beginning or a specific ending, because usually some of these fad diets that have that, usually you'll probably get the results you want at the end, but then what happens after that? Usually go back to the way you were eating and then you're back to where you were. So we want to make sure the way we eat is something that's integrated into our life all the time. Now, what I like to call eating clean, there's so many ways to eat clean according to what I've read, but really eating clean is eating food as close to its natural form as possible. So you want to eat lean meats and vegetables, and the meats should be grass-fed. They should be pasture, out in the pasture. They should be not cooped up in a barn someplace, like some of these chickens that you would probably eat. You want it definitely to be free range and organic, and their feed usually organic also. The produce, you want it to be organic, where it's free of pesticides and everything else. What I call this the green face rule. So you want to eat just stuff that's usually either grown or has a face. So that way, you could limit all the other processed stuff out of your diet. Now, it's going to be hard to do. It's not very easy to do, but once you do it, and you learn how to cook, you cook a lot of this stuff regularly, it's great, and you'll feel so much more healthy for it. It's kind of a paleo style type way of eating, but you could integrate some rice and stuff like that. Usually I would eat rice and maybe some other type of grains probably after a workout more than anything else. I wouldn't eat it during the course of the day. That would help probably with some of your glycogen stores when you're working out. It would replenish some of that. I would also drink at least a gallon of water a day. Well, I should say up to a gallon of water a day. So you probably could get a bottle, 32-ounce bottle. That's what I do, and I usually try to drink 4 of those throughout the course of the day, and that usually helps me monitor my water intake, make sure I'm getting enough. As far as cooking, you want to make sure the cooking oils you use are healthy oils, because you could get a lot of health benefits from really good cooking oils. A lot of the other cooking oils, like the hydrogenated oils, that's really bad stuff, and over time that could just have a negative effect on your body. So what type of cooking oils would I suggest? Coconut oil being one of them. That's a big one. It used to be a much maligned oil back in the day because of its high saturated fat content, but actually they found that the saturated fat in there is a type that actually helps our bodies, helps our heart, and helps with cholesterol, so many things. And there's so many other benefits to coconut oil, so I would highly recommend you use coconut oil, but make sure it's organic, virgin, and unrefined. So that's kind of the kind of theme, that make sure it's as clean as possible. So you want it to be unrefined and unprocessed as much as possible. Another type of oil that you might want to cook with that really helps, and it's good for salad dressing too, is olive oil. Olive oil is very good, but lately olive oil has been in the news because there's been a lot of mislabeling of olive oils, where they say it's 100% olive oil, and usually the olive oil blends when they've been tested. So you want to make sure that the olive oil you're getting from a reputable source, and it's real olive oil. And again, you want to get it as close to its natural form as possible. So you want to get virgin, usually first cold press. That's what you want. And you'll see it's usually the darker in color one, and that's great oil to cook with. It's good, it's good with salad dressings and everything else. Other considerations about eating is like dairy products. I would limit some dairy products because of some of the negative health problems that you might get from some people are lactose intolerant, and it's said that some dairy causes inflammation. So I would try to limit that. I usually eat just maybe cottage cheese a couple days a week at night, and I'll mix it with some protein, and that will be kind of my night meal, and that's about it. I try to stay away from dairy. As far as milk, I'll replace regular milk with almond milk, which tastes great. I love almond milk. So another big thing is grains. You know, there's certain grains out there that are healthy. Rice is okay. You know, I would eat rice. I would limit that to probably after a workout most of the time. But when it comes to wheat, bread products, you know, which is pervasive among all the food products out there, you know, contains gluten. Now I'm sure you've heard about a lot of the bad stuff that gluten has to offer. Basically, that's a protein in wheat that that basically causes a lot of negative health benefits like inflammation and does stuff to our intestines that coats it, that we don't get absorption of the minerals and nutrients and stuff that we need when we eat all the good foods. So we want to try to eliminate from that our diet to a certain point. What I would suggest is that if you eat bread and everything every day, I would try to at least switch to maybe gluten-free varieties, which is usually made with rice flour, and then see if you feel better, and then try to eliminate the kind of dependence on bread and a lot of those carb pasta type foods, because after a while, you know, it just builds at you, and you could see that you could get the negative feeling from that, you know, from eating some of these refined carbohydrates, usually made from wheat, you know, mixed with the gluten. So I would stay away from gluten and try to go gluten-free as much as possible. But when it all comes down to it, you got to give yourself a little leeway. You gotta be able to enjoy life. So I like going by the mantras like, you know, clean your house during the day for the party you're gonna have at night. I believe Matthew McConaughey might have said that. But I love that because, you know, you want to, for the majority of the time, you want to be able to be healthy. You want to be able to eat healthy. You want to exercise. And then for all the crazy stuff that you want to do, whether it's with your family, your friends, and stuff like that, you'll have the energy and the gumption to just go up and do it. And that's what life's about. It's about enjoying life. But the way you enjoy life, you have to have good health. If you don't have good health, everything else kind of just isn't as fun. So I'm going to leave it there, and I hope all's well with everyone out there, and come back and we'll talk more, and hopefully I'll put some better videos out there. Okay, thanks. Bye.